Hey, my name's Liliko. Nice to meet you. I am here to talk about the theory of learning styles. Now, if you clicked on this video, you probably have a hunch that you might be what they call a visual learner. Now, contrary to popular belief, there are actually a lot of different models of learning styles that different psychologists have come up with in their studies. The one that we'll be talking about today is called the VAC model, which includes the 4 types of learning styles that most people are familiar with: the visual, auditory, reading, writing, and then the kinesthetic learning styles. Now, if you think that you might be a visual learner, I have good news and bad news. The good news is you are right. The bad news is everybody kind of is. A lot of critics have actually criticized the results or the conclusions that the psychologists who studied learning styles came to. They're a bit wishy-washy and not based on great evidence, just because the method used in the study wasn't very exhaustive at all. Also, and this is something I agree with, people have said that it is a bit insane to try and take something as complex as an entire person and try to shove it into one of just 4 categories. So then what the heck am I even going to be talking about today? Well, even though the learning styles theory might be a bit of a myth, there is still something useful that can be found in learning about it. For example, in my studies, what I've done is, when I don't understand a concept that I read in a book, I'd go and listen to a podcast. If I didn't understand what they were telling me in the podcast, I would then go and watch a YouTube video where they were visualizing the concept for me. If that didn't work, I might try and do an actual experiment to try and practically work out what I'm trying to learn. It helps us because it gives us options that we can turn to when we're trying to learn information on a new topic. So, visual learning is all about big picture thinking. Trying to study the details of a concept is useless if you don't understand how they connect to other topics that you already know. If your brain already knows something, connecting new ideas to what is already known will make it much easier to recall it later on. A strategy that I have used and that has been very useful to me personally is to go to the front of a textbook and to memorize all the chapters and headings of the paragraphs before I even go in and read the actual content. That way I have that big picture idea of what they want me to be learning and to take in out of the information that they're going to give me in the chapter and the rest of the book. Having that framework before you actually go in and study a subject can be very useful to help you feel less overwhelmed by all this new information that's being thrown at you, and to help you connect that information to ideas you already know, and to see how it all fits together in the big picture. If you want to go about learning a new concept via visual learning, stuff such as graphs, illustrations, mind maps, videos, stuff like that can be very useful to you. Even though a visual representation of something can be very useful to you, anything that is too complex or any picture that has too much information on it, your brain won't be able to take in any information because it'll be overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information that is in the photo, or the picture, or the drawing, or whatever it might be. Good learning techniques for when you want to go about learning something via visual learning would be writing down your notes neatly, color coding them. Remember, visual learning is all about recalling information by the way that it looked. So writing down your notes super messily would make it very hard to remember it because it's not very distinctive and it's kind of hard to remember that way. What I spoke to you about in this video was by no means an exhaustive list of studying techniques. So if you're interested in learning about some scientifically proven methods that you can really cut down on your studying time and use that time a lot more efficiently and in a way that will really help you actually remember and recall the information, go check out this other video that I made. It'll be somewhere on the screen. Also, if you liked what you saw, please leave a comment with any questions that you have, leave a like, and good luck on your studying journey. I'll see you in the next video.